Okay, so we're on to our next group of headings. So the first of these is additional training. If you have completed safe pass manual handling, working at heights, abrasive wheel, perhaps there was a coaching course with your local GAA club or a first aid responders course, anything at all that you think could be relevant or could again get you that extra edge against your competitors. So just pop them in here. Okay, so I'm just going to paste in a couple. So safe pass manual handling, abrasive wheel, but again, you'll know yourself. If you have a full clean driving license, so pop that in there, your leaving cert, anything at all that you want to put in, any qualification of any description, be it social, educational, etc., pop it in. When you have all of that done, I'll just put in driving license there. So our next heading is achievements. So if you've achieved anything, be it a promotion, that you were awarded, anything in school, sports, etc., make sure to let them know about it here. So I'm just going to paste in some achievements here. So we have leaving certificate, boxing finalists. Obviously not for me, but it was one of my apprentices that I've worked with. So again, whatever you have, make sure to pop it in here. Hobbies and interests. We're getting near the end now, folks, so we're nearly there. Hobbies and interests. Again, really, really important to put this in because this gives the reader a sense of who you are. It's making you stand out. It's not the factual stuff. It's telling them something more. So what we're going to do here is if you're involved in any sports, clubs, just say GAA, football, rugby, whatever it is, put down rugby and the name of the club. So again, if there was a contact that might be able to put in a good word for you, you're using every opportunity that you have here to do that. So I would usually put 3 or 4 hobbies and interests in here. If you put down that you're into films, that you're into reading, books, etc., just make sure that you can answer that question in the interview. If they say, oh, what's your favourite book? What was the last film you've seen? So again, don't leave yourself exposed in that sense. The one thing I would ask you not to put down in this section is socialising, because if I see somebody with socialising down, half of me thinks that maybe they won't be in on a Friday morning or a Monday morning. So again, maybe just curtail that one there. Okay, so if it's boxing, and my wonderful red lines are appearing there for me. Boxing GAA, and put in the name of the club, so Ballyboden St. Enda's, or wherever your local club is that you're part of, and any other items you'd like to pop in there. And again, just bullet point them and move them in the page accordingly, so we have a nice overall feel for your document. Okay, great. And the final part, the final hurdle as it was, is your references. Okay, with references, I don't like to see available on request, because that makes me think that this person doesn't know 2 people who can say something nice about them. Also from a HR perspective, oh gosh, I'm going to have to contact you to get details of the person, and so it's going to be an extra delay in me seeing if I can process you in order to give you the job. Okay, so what I would usually do here is if I'd worked for someone 3-4 years ago and I hadn't spoken to them in a while, I'd pick up the phone and I'd go, hiya Pat, how's it going? How's the wife and kids? Listen, I'm going for a job. Any chance that I could use you as a reference? And go, oh yeah, no problems at all. Oh, that's great, sure, catch you for a pint if I get the job, or whatever the case may be. Okay, so when the employer rings Pat, and instead of going, Sharon who? They go, oh yeah, Sharon, yeah, great, good, and is clued in to what it is, and they're expecting the phone call, and you've got their permission as well. Okay, so make sure that you put down the names and addresses of 2 employers, or someone who can give you a good reference. Okay, so we're going to put in their name, the company, the position they held, and a recent contact number for them. So your references should look something like so. Okay, again, I want to tidy up my CV so that it's all looking nice. So we have our additional training, we have our achievements, and again, you can use any look to this that you like. This is just a sample as to how it might look, but by all means, personalize yours to make it look as good as possible. You may see that you have spaces or stuff falling onto the next page, but just have a little look back through your document. See, is there any space that's taken up that really doesn't need to be? So I'm seeing lots of extra spaces here in my document. So I'm going to just squeeze it up a bit so it all fits nicely onto my 2 pages. Great. So hopefully on the next screen, that when you click into it, you will see samples of CVs for your trade. And if you need any further help, do ask your instructor. So your instructor will take a read over it. Make sure that you have no spelling errors. Make sure that every heading is completed, and make sure that it's laid out nice and professionally. So now that you have all of that done, we're just going to save your document. So we're going to go File, Save As. I'm going to put it into my folder again where I have saved my other documents. And again, I'm going to use my name and I'm going to say Sharon Coventry CV. And that's another chunk of your assignment. Well done.